No other lineage in Cairhien, or indeed any other nation of the known world, has a darker reputation than House Damodred. No doubt even you, removed as you are from world politics, have heard the tales, the admonitions, the airy noting of the Karenenen reconciliation and the fall of said house. For generations, the Damodred kings and queens of Cairhien lounged on the Sun Throne. They oversaw the forging of profitable alliances with other lands, dabbled with oscillating degrees of frequency in the great game of houses, to set one annoying fool against another, pandered to the petitions of their nobles, suffered the whining of their small folk, wined and dined at balls, pondered the mysteries of the universe, and did whatever it is that rulers of their caliber do. From time to time, there was one amongst the brood who was a bit less Damodred. There were some downright efficient rulers like Queen Cairhien Damodred. She brought prosperity to the land, though you would find her personality abrasive, and her name is still used to scare children today. Most recently, the house's reputation is largely based on the folly of its last patriarch. Laman Damodred was king of Cairhien from the 965th year of the new era. He was effective, but sorely lacking in some respects. He was ostentatious, too proud by half, and entirely too taken with his own wit. He considered himself an able player of the game of houses. Mostly, he was a fool. The list of his inexplicable missteps is long and has been pored over by perplexed historians extensively. The last and worst of this is his decision to chop down Avendor Aldera, a Cairhien national monument and treasure, said to be a cutting of the legendary Tree of Life. It is purported to have been a gift from the savage Aiel. No one remembers how or why, but that unlikely alliance was key to Cairhien's prosperity. Exclusive trade rights allowed her merchants to cross the west unmolested and trade for silk and other rare goods with far-off Shara. Laman had the tree felled and carved into a throne. Most likely he thought it would make some sort of statement, that he would gain some stature by it. Perhaps there was an omen in that blunder. The sigil of House Damodred is the tree and crown. Well, Laman cut down the tree, and they promptly lost the crown. For the first time ever, the Aiel crossed the dragon wall and spewed into Cairhien. No force could hold them back, no wall or battlement stay them. They ravaged the land, looting at will and sending every sovereign from Andor to Shiena into paroxysms of dread. Cairhien forces had opposed them and lost. They were pushed back to the city walls themselves, which would fall in time. King Laman, unable to stand the trying times, fled. There is no point in rehashing every painful development in the so-called Aiel War. The formation of the Third Compact of Nations, the fasts of commanders, leaders, and generals maneuvered for prestige, the debilitating losses, all that will be covered in some future entry. Know only that after 3 years of conflict, the Aiel had cut their way into Tavalon's hinterland. King Laman died on the last day of the Battle of the Shining Walls, and the Aiel inexplicably began retreating back to their accursed home. Cairhien underwent a reform. It is called the Fourth War of Cairhien Succession, and more politely referred to as the Reconciliation. The surviving houses warred and struggled for the Sun Throne of Cairhien, and eventually House Riatin emerged victorious. King Galgian took control of the struggling nation and would be hard-pressed to forge a future for it. Unfortunately, his effort has not entirely borne fruit. The scars of the recent turmoils are still visible within that strictly ordered society, and stand out in the once renowned topless towers of Cairhien. The remnants of House Damodred still have claws, though. Do not think them a footnote in the histories. That blood flows in the veins of Elaine and Gawain Trakand of Andor, whose father, that land's king consort, long dead now, was the Damodred. A member of the family is an Aes Sedai sister of the Blue Azure, and Lord Barthanes, the Damodred, high seat of the house, is still a force to be reckoned with in Cairhien politics. And there we have it, an abbreviated history of the House Damodred. I do wonder why you asked for this. Do you intend to get yourself tangled in Days Dema? If so, do be cautious. I hear it's a very, very dangerous game.